Hello and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes day. Let's see. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's go ahead and claim our things. Alright, so before we get started, I want to show you a little bit of a roadmap of what kind of events are coming up for those who are curious. I always put links in the description below, so there's a link for this website. So you can just check that there. So coming up soon is a credit heist, and then tomorrow looks like C3PO event will be going on. And again, that goes typically for a week for legendary characters. So if you just need that extra time to farm Ewoks, then go for it. You got about a week or so to get as far as you can to unlock them to 5 stars if you can. Next is Artisan of War, and which is our Grand Admiral Thrawn event, which is what we've been trying to grind for. It's on the 14th. It's currently the 6th, so that is in 8 days. No, wait. Yeah, 8 days. I had to do a little bit of calculation. So 8 days, and then Imperial Chimera, which is Thrawn's capital ship. So if you have the Ghost and the other ship there, you can use them to fight. So yeah, for those who are panicking a little bit, I saw in the comments I'm panicking a little bit. Don't panic. You got time still before the event, and then again, you got about a week or so during the event to get things started. So you should be good. Daring Droid is for the Empire characters, so if you're doing your Empire characters leveling up, you're doing a great job because you're getting ready for the Droid event for R2-D2, and that he is needed for Luke's Hero's Journey event right here. And then there's Chewbacca, but you will need bounty hunters for BB-8, Emperor's Demise, which we just finished about, I think, a few weeks ago, and Grandmaster training. So that's a roadmap of events coming up, so hopefully that was helpful for you. Alright, let's make this bigger so we can see everything, and let's go. Just getting our daily stuff from the mail. Got some shards for Windu. Ooh, good. We got a Boba Fett shard. And we got 10 shards for Ewoks, speaking of which. But we're not focusing on C3PO, so that doesn't really mean much to us right now. Okay, we'll be able to get Chopper. Alright, we're at 2,000. Let's see what kind of rotation there are. Luke Skywalker Farm Boy, that might be a good one to get. Yeah, let's snag that. And yeah, no one else, so. Then we'll be able to get our, once we do our dailies, we'll be able to get Kaden into 5 stars, which is really good. Get Zeb up there. Let's see here. Soldier, Starfighter. We'll probably need that. We need the Phantom too, though, because we don't have that ship even unlocked yet. Genos and Soldier. Do you want the ship or the soldier? Let's do soldier. Alright, and boom. Let's do, I believe it was Hera we were working on. 156. That should give us enough for Chopper, and we do. So tomorrow we'll be able to get him to 5 stars. let's just do that. Getting gear. Get our ability upgrades. And gear. Perfect. Those were what we needed, actually. Boba Fett. There we go. Galactic War. We're at 38 of 50. Not quite. There was a question. It was a great question, by the way. How do you mirror match? How do you fight a mirror match of Phoenix Squad? And unfortunately, this is not the team. And I was hoping that yesterday, since we were focusing a little bit on the Galactic War table, that I would come up on a Phoenix Squad, but we didn't. So we'll see if maybe today. But basically, the rundown so far, if we don't cover them right now, Phoenix Squad is very different. Gear 5 team versus the Gear 7 team acts so much different from each other. And you might think, oh, well, that's given, but no, their dynamic is different because the gear is even higher, and so the tanks become more tanks. Like, I think Ezra deals more damage. Hera is able to, with her passive, is able to get more counter attacks in. So it all depends mainly on what the gear is and if they even have any mods on the characters. Because typically the idea is if Chopper goes, you want to use the Dispel ability on Chopper, which is the green icon on the far right. The reason being is you want to use it on Chopper because since Chopper's Dispel, if it works on a droid, it stuns them automatically. And so typically what you want to do is get rid of the passive heal first of all. Some people will say go for Hera since she's the leader, but I find now it's a little easier just going for Chopper if you can. But again, it's all situational depending on the team, because like there was times where I tried to go against Chopper and then I ended up having to go against Ezra because he was the one. The tanks were doing their good job of playing keep away from Chopper and Hera, and so I had to focus on the squishier one, which is typically Ezra. And so if you take out the damage dealer, he can't do his Dispel, which is his middle ability, and he can't have someone else assist him in attacking, so that reduces their damage down by a ton, and then you can slowly pick them off. You can also take a look at who has the lowest stars on the team, because typically what I've seen with the Phoenix Squad is they don't level their characters up like together. It's sort of like Hera's a 3-star versus everyone else is a 5-star, so if that's the case, then focus Hera because she is a lower star, so she doesn't have that much health, so she can go down very easy. So it's all situational with Phoenix Squad. So I hope we go against a Phoenix Squad in this run today, but yeah, that's a general idea if we don't get to cover them. But yeah, that was a good question, and I sort of wanted to like record a few situations of different Phoenix Squads and how I took them out, because I said it's all depends on the team, because it could be that they are low stars, so it's basically you just auto, and just because we are a higher star than they are, it doesn't matter who we target. But if they like are gear 7, 8, it's a little more tricky, and you have to sort of like wait for your cooldowns to go off. Yeah, it can be a little tricky, but that also makes it prove that the Phoenix Squad is a pretty decent group to go with. So that has at least something going for them right there. So let's continue our quest. And then I believe, if I was watching the video our last video, and I believe we are able to get, if the drops go well for us, I think we can get Zeb up to gear 7, which will be nice because he's a tank, and so having extra health will be nice. Yeah, because right now we have Hera at gear 8, which is great. We need Chopper to gear 7 still, he's gear 6. Kanan, I believe, just hit 7. I'll have to confirm that. Let's see here. Nope, no Phoenix. Alright. Yeah, so 8, 6, 7, 7, 6. So here, we can at least do this. And then, if RNG is good for us, like, we could buy this. I'm tempted. We've been doing pretty good in our Rancor run, so I'm just gonna buy it. I know I said that, you know, typically you don't buy gear, but we got plenty right here, so I think we should be fine. It will help us with our grinding a little bit. Plus, we're doing really good in our raids anyway, so it shouldn't be too big of a loss for us. Won't hurt to. Oh my goodness! They're killing me. Hey, we leveled up. We got energy. Max energy increased. Yes. Bonus. Yeah. There we go. And that was our last reset. Not technically our last reset, but I would like to keep it down to a minimum of resets. Laptops. Yeah, more laptops. Yeah, as you can see, Phoenix Squad, it takes a little bit for them to get up to speed. Alright, so we'll be able to get Kanan up to 5. Zeb is almost at gear 7 stars, which is great. Chopper tomorrow, we'll be able to get him to 5, and then we should be all set with that. Alright. What's her? Nope. We can't do that. That event, you need all the, like the movie Solo team to actually do stuff. So you need L3, Vander, Chewbacca, a Han Solo, Kira, and the Lando for the movie. So, and we only have L3 unlocked, so we can't do anything with that. And she's probably not the high, the star rating that we is needed for the event anyway. So. Yeah, but if you notice, our health is much higher now because of Zeb's passive. You know, because we geared him up more, everyone's health just skyrocketed, basically. There's L3, but we can dig her out. Oh, we got stunned. Well, let's take her out. There we go. Let's take out Lando next. I know Tarkin does debuffs, but actually debuffs help us because it. I think it's Kanan's passive is that if our team suffers a debuff, it gives a portion of health back. So it's really nice, especially if you're not going against a Darth. Basically, if Darth Vader and Tarkin are together, then you need to start not worry, but just keep an eye out. Don't really just go haphazardly. But if you go against Darth Vader, solo and Tarkin solo, we can just be fine because yes, they do debuffs, but it's actually benefiting you. Oh boy. Oh, okay, no, good. This is not zombie. Oh my goodness. I was like, oh man, are we not be able to finish this? Alright, so we haven't talked about Mother Talzin yet. So thankfully we don't have any heals. Well, she can technically revive, but this is a more damage based team. So Mother Talzin basically has a passive where it's called poison. It's like is a type of poison and it cannot be debuffed, and it ticks down every turn. It's very annoying. Spirit has a pretty much a good stun, and it's like I think a 90% chance of stunning, which is crazy. And then here's our healer and healer, damage dealer. So I want to see if we can focus Talzin first. She's only gear 7, so we should be able to burn her down fairly quickly. Yeah, so here's the poison right here. Plague. 5% health when inflicted, and at the start of their turn is immune to allies' dispels and loses all stacks of plague when healing to full health. So yeah, it's basically takedown damage. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. So leadership is down, so we should be fine without any more plague. We need to get that eye out of the way so we can actually start working on her. I know we need to focus on the healers, but I want to get that stun out of the way fairly quickly. SWGOH is next. Reason being is that her heal ability dispels buffs on our side. So I want to, keep the buffs up if possible. So we'll just take her out. Yeah. Okay. Now we can just auto this. Alright. So that was not a bad fight, not gonna be honest. But if it was Talzin, Talia, SWGOH, and Zombie, and Spirit, there's a five-man group. Night Sister is pretty nasty. That's the one where I had to stop because I couldn't get past the zombie taunt. But we went through that, so very nice. Oh, not quite the full team, but I was hoping we get the full team. Alright, we need to upgrade one of our ships. Yay. Alright, no achievements. Sweet. Yeah, so oh wait, hang on. Let's get Kanan up. Alright. Whee! Aww. Man. I really didn't want, man. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Ah. Man. I am disappointed. I'm sorry, guys. Oh well. Just can't be awesomeness, I guess. That guild couldn't contain our awesomeness of being so powerful. Alright, well, we'll just have to wait for tomorrow to be decently in our guild. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this one, the protection. And this one, yep. Yeah. So if we're going against Chopper C here, I'll do some target enemies for each buff dispelled. This way, all enemies lose 10% turn meter, and Chopper gains 15% protection. Droid targets are also stunned for 1 turn. So that's why you use, if your Chopper is much faster than theirs, try to stun lock him if possible, so he doesn't get any taunts off and, you know, dispels if you can. So this isn't a full Phoenix Squad team, but we can at least do a little bit of analyst right now. So they don't have any passive heals, which is nice. So we'll see if we can take out Boba Fett first because of his, you know, second life. There we go. And remember that rocket launcher, if he's low and he gets a kill, he automatically dies. Alright. So let's say that was Chopper. So now their passive heals are done. Kanan can taunt, and Ezra does the damage. So let's take out. Let's wait for. Okay, so this is a Gear 6 Hera, Gear 7, Gear 6, Gear 7. So these people here are much lower. So it's ideal to probably take out Hera because even, you know, she's the leader, but she also is much lower. See how much quicker? Boom. So all their leadership abilities, so like counters and crits and health, is much reduced. I'm very disappointed that this wasn't a complete Phoenix Squad run. Yeah, but we'll focus on Ezra. See, he has 2 buffs versus 1. Let's dispel that. There we go. So we can get protection on for Chopper. Okay, we're behind the taunt. That's okay. We can dispel that. And just focus back on Ezra. Now we can just auto. Basically, if you go down to the 2 tanks, since they're tanks, they don't really deal that much damage. So you should be able to just auto and complete the fight without any issues. It might take a little bit longer, as you can see here, you know, because they're tanky. But yeah, they don't deal the damage. They have to like bounce off their friends to actually do stuff. So. Alright. Yeah, so we'll be able to. Okay, this guy here can be annoying because he has an AoE that deals a good amount of damage. But let's take out Django because he's only Gear 6. And he's probably a 3-star the way he's going down so quickly. Yeah, let's see if we can get that. Ooh, hang on. There we go. Taunt is off. Yeah, let's slow down slightly. Okay, yeah, we should be able to auto now. Okay, cool. I'm not concerned about Vader's culling blade because there's not enough debuffs on this team. Yes, Mace Windu has a basic that has a potential of doing a debuff, but it's only a single debuff. And yes, these are annoying, but it's not enough to instantly delete your character. See right there? Especially if we have taunt on our tanks, they can easily tank this, even though he's a Gear 7. So. Alright. Come on, please show a Phoenix Squad. Alright, this might be a very interesting one. They're, let's see here. Gear 7, 7, 7, 7, and 7. Okay, so Basila's leadership is not, so it looks like they're using Phasma as lead, because typically the person right here in the front middle is typically the leader. Targeting these buffs, he's not as bad as Kylo Ren Unmasked. so he's okay. Ahsoka Tano Fulcrum, she's actually a pretty decent character, but she shouldn't be an issue. Bastila might be slightly more tanky, so let's take out Ahsoka Fulcrum first, because she is going to be the primary damage dealer of this team. So let's get her out of the way. So she is going to be buffing the team, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue because we get to go. Boop. Dispelled. Alright. Let's do that. Get protection up for our chopper. There we go. I'm going to focus on Tarkin because of his debuffs. There's no one to play off his debuffs, but having debuffs in general is just not fun. I'm not too worried with Phasma. The reason is because she has AoEs, but we can counter with that. As long as we don't have a Daze, which is a little squiggly circle, this right here, cannot assist, counterattack, or gain bonus turn meter. So yeah, as long as we don't have that, if they do AoEs on us, our people can retaliate with a counterattack. So I guess the debuff that we don't want to see on our team is a Daze. Come down to it. Yeah, let's focus on Mesla, because she's the one who's buffing. But yeah, see, counterattack, boom, nothing to it. Dispel that. Boom, she's out. Cool. Let's take out our leadership. So because since they're part of the First Order, they're buffing each other for stuff. Boom, down. And you know, just use your basics so you can refresh for the next fight. Boom. So that was a very interesting fight, not gonna lie, that was fun. That was a fun fight. Aha! Perfect. We actually are going against the Phoenix Squad. Yay! I'm happy. I'm just checking to see if there's anything that we need to do, but I don't think. Let's do this before we continue. I'm just going to burn the rest of our energy that we got from the level up just to get that going, and then we can do this. All right. So, let's do this. Hang on. Okay. So there is a level 56 can count. So their max is 56. We're 60 average. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5-star Hera, gear 7. 5-star Kanan, gear 6. 5, 5, 5. So Kanan and Chopper, who are the tanks, they're lower. So Hera is a little bit higher than they are. Let's see here. Okay, he has mods. Good for you. She has a full set of mods. Okay. And I'm just holding down the icon just to see what they have. So I'm just holding it down. And okay, so this is a decently geared. Okay, full not level 15, but they're level 1s mods at least, so they have extra health. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna have a fun fight. Let's take a look at our characters here. So 12, max 6, 6. Not max. Max is 15, but we have max there. Okay, so we're going to beat them in the mod department that way, but we're still gonna have a fun fight. So Kanan and Chopper are the lowest in the gears. So let's see here. So again, focus on Chopper if you can, because he is the one who does the passive heals. So, you know, do that. Daze, as I said, Daze is just horrible on the... Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. And watch. When you do this, stuns... Oh. That's weird. You should have stunned him. Okay. Hera now has the revive on him, but so let's take that out. Just like a Boba Fett. Okay. Oh, no, he has a taunt. Okay. So we used all our dispel, so we were stuck behind... No, actually we didn't. I lied. Cool. Yeah, let's get Chopper down. See how he stunned us right now? But we can dispel it with Kanan, so not too big of an issue. But alright, so their passive heals are all down. Let's see if we can take out Hera. Even though she's a gear 7, taking out that leadership is really nice. But we'll see how the computer handles it. Okay. Alright. And let's see what auto does. Yeah, so that's basically how typical focus for your team is. You know, try to get the healing out of the way if possible, because that's what makes the Phoenix Squad annoying, is because after their turn they get heals back up. So get Chopper out of the way if you can, and go from there. If you can't get Chopper out of the way because of, you know, the stunning and all that, take out Ezra next, because he's the one who deals the damage. Because if everyone else is decent at damage, but he's the Phoenix Squad's main damage dealer. He also has a decent kit. So yeah, that's how you take out a mirror match. I'm so glad we actually found a mirror match. Alright, now we went a little bit over on this video, but it was definitely worth it. Definitely worth it to answer that question and just see a few strats there. And looks like we'll be going against Gear 8 people. That's gonna be interesting. Alright. Well, I'm going to stop the video there. Thanks everyone for coming out and watching. Check the description below for helpful tips, tricks, and helpful tips for improving your Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes journey. And as always, be safe out there. Later.